Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday morning or Sunday evening if you're on the other side of the world. And happy to have you guys here. Hope you're having a great weekend or had a great weekend if it has come to a close for you. And we're just going to get everything set up here before we get into the readings. And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. And before we get into everything, I do want to just tell everyone if you're enjoying these free readings, if you could help me out and give the video a big thumbs up. It does tell me that you're enjoying the free readings and these readings, but also tells YouTube that you are, and they will actually um, send out notifications to individuals and share my videos with other people so you can help spread the Zen love and be part of the Love Tsunami. So thank you all for giving the video a thumbs up. It definitely helps out. And it's free, which is a great price. All right, so let's take a look here. Let me just get a couple more things done here, and we will get started. All right, I'll move that around here, move that over a little bit. All right. And okay, all those are set. And then before we get into the readings, I do like to make sure everyone knows about all of the free things that are available. I just put out a winter summer solstice pick a card, and here's the video link to that. And there's a little added, in addition to the three pick a cards that you can choose from, there's also a second part that has a little theme for each of the zodiac signs, and all the timestamps are in the video so you can jump to yours. There's even a little blurb actually in the video, plus also in the description box of the video, talking about all the planets and what area of our life that they rule over. So for the whole 3-month solstice period from like December 21st all the way to like March 21st, you can see a theme around whatever planet. By if you know your birth chart, you can see like your Mars is in what sign, which is like authority and divine masculine energies in your life. And you can see what theme will be around those. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Also, the solstice in December marks moving into Capricorn season. So happy birthday to all you Capricorn sun babies. And this video is a pick a card for everyone, but there's a bonus birthday reading for all you Capricorn suns with a 3-month forecast as well. So be sure to check that out. And if you hadn't seen the December drawing, I do have usually drawings to win something each month. I've been doing it monthly. I'm going to change it up a little bit. It's all talks about it in this video. It also has November winners listed. So if you haven't checked it out, see if you were a winner. And then also in this video, there's a way to enter a chance to win a 30-minute past life reading. Yep, I now offer past life readings to the public. And here's a link that talks about what comes in a past life reading. And introductory rate, it's half off until the end of the year, which is only 2 weeks left. I can't believe it's almost 2024. But all that information is listed in there, as well as in the description box of the video. So be sure to check that out if any of that resonates for you. All right, so that is it. Let us get into the readings. I've been using this all weekend, and I love this deck. It's the Enchanted Fohaxa, or however you say that, tarot. I go German mode. I don't know why. Maybe it is German, but I like that. So we will use that. And like I said, if you're new to the channel, all the readings work is in the description box of the video. I go down in order, first come, first serve, through the chat. I'm usually on for about 2 hours for the free readings. And then, but if anyone wants to prioritize their reading, a donation of any kind, I do honor that as an energy exchange. And I'll step out of the free readings and dive deeper into those, pulling more cards, and then go back to the free readings, continue down the list. So if you want to do any of that, all that information's in the description box too. All right, enough of the blah, blah, blah. And hello, everybody. Hello. All right, so we don't have any donations yet, so we're going to jump to the top here. And Marie Jones. Hey, Marie, good to see you. And you like a career reading for next week? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about next week. All right. So interesting that we've got a lot of emotions coming in here around career reading, but when we sorry, I'm trying to get it to come on, focus. There we go. A little better there, maybe. I think it's the brightness outside shining in. But we do have the Queen of Water, the Queen of Cups coming in here, and, that is all about trusting your gut, trusting your instinct this week with career coming in. The 5 of Cups here, okay, well, I guess it will focus way out here, but, this 5 of Cups, we can focus on our lower vibrational energy, our lower vibrational emotions, and that just expands it. But the angel back here, there's usually 2 cups back here, which is about the power of emotional choice. And it's interesting, um, but it's like trusting the gut, trusting the instinct, realizing the queen rules over emotions, and she's the master too, because the queens get double water, get a second portion of water, as well as ruling over their suit. So the queen rules over water, gets a second portion of water. So she's like the master. She's got totally understands emotion, which is perfect for that transformation of the 5 of Cups, which is like realizing that feeling our emotions, there's no wrong emotion. I know we're taught, oh, don't feel that way. It's bad if you feel that way. That's negative. It's just lower. We got higher vibration love, an emotion that's rooted in unconditional love and joy and laughter and gratitude. That's the frequency of who we are on the other side. That's where spirit speaks, right? And then we have, lower vibrational, which is of the human related to fears of losing conditional love, fears of failure, fears of rejection. Lower vibration, but we come down here to experience that to contrast this higher so we can see the difference. Because if you're always high and you never have a low, you don't realize you're high up here, right? So if you don't have a low, you don't understand it. And so we come here really to understand that. And it's important for you next week with that Queen of Cups connecting to the spirit world, in guiding that. So raising your love vibration, making these choices, realizing that every moment is either a choice of higher or lower vibration, of emotion, of also of thought, you know, of energy, of action. And it's like, okay, next week it's important for you to realize that you can choose the higher. It's okay to feel the lower, but really tune into the higher to hear from spirit and see which direction to go with that. I also want to pull out little divine directions. I love this little deck too. We've got divine directions just to give them credit for these beautiful little cards. Let's see what other message they have here for you regarding career. Yeah. Okay. See if a little focus in here. A little bit. There we go. And it says ground. So it's time to ground and center your energy. Be truly present in your life. And I love that because when we're worried about the future, we have anxiety, right? When we're focused on the past, we kind of have depression. But being in the moment, really allows us to be present and listen, right? When we're in those, that's when we're in fear mode. So that's when there's noise. When we're looking to the future and the past, we're what's going to happen? What has happened? What did that mean? What is that going to mean? Instead of being present in the moment, allows you to really hear and connect with spirit. So I love that for you, Marie. Hopefully that helps with your week coming up here. But yeah, definitely listen to your heart and your gut instinct next week, especially regarding career. All right, and that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And then aspire, inspire. Hello, hello. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. And so your name is Harpreet. Hey, and you want to sell your house in which you're living, and you want to know when will you be able to sell it, and when will you be able to buy a new house filled with positivity. All right, so we'll pull one card here for the sell, and the other one is buy. So selling here, you have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is about your soul inviting you to this higher place. of capital T truths, discovering what you really want. Like, who am I truly? My capital T truth of self, what I want, where I want to live, what I want to do, who I want to be, how I want to express my unconditional love to the world. So there's this big aha that needs to happen first before you sell your house. It's like you need to know where you're going and where you truly want to go, not where you think you're supposed to go, should go, need to go, have to go, but does your soul, your heart, where does it want to go? And it's this clarity that comes in here first before this will happen. So you have this range that will come in here, and it's so funny because you got two major arcana. I mean, you've got the star card, which is dreams come true, and the Hierophant, which is this invitation to see the truth of things. And all of this is about clarity of what your true dream come true is with both of these cards. And so it feels like it's on kind of on pause, because if we don't know where we're going, then the energy doesn't allow us to sell the home that we're in because we want to know where we're going, right? And I feel like this is an important thing, but, if it's like, "Well, I know where I wanna go," it's like where you think you wanna go, and this is what Spirit is saying with all of this is, it's important just to go step back from everything, take a lot of deep breaths and go, "Alright, what is my true dream? What do I truly want?" Because this is a very pivotal point of if like, well, if I go where I think I'm supposed to with my brain out of fear of what will people think, and this is the right thing to do, all this judgment around it, right? Then we're just going into another loop that your soul is going, I don't want to go again. I don't want to go this loop again of we've gone in circles long enough. I want to go in a different direction. And this is where your heart, your higher heart, wants you to go. As soon as you do that, it will happen very quickly. I mean, things will just open up, but I feel like right now it's you're in pause until that is determined. So that's why they're not able to give me anything for the future. I wanted to pull a divine directions for you, and you got the trust card coming in here. And I'll read it anyway. It says, trust in your intuition in what you are feeling, sensing, seeing, or experiencing. So again, trusting your intuition in your heart, not the mind. So I love it. So that's what's coming in right now. Aspire, inspire. Hopefully that helps at least for right this moment. All right. So many blessings to you. All right, Marie, you are very welcome. All right, Dijona Sturgis, you're up next. What do your angels want you to know right now? All right. So specifically, your angels that are in here. Wow. Well, you got two twos. All about decision making, right? Two of cups is emotional choice. Two of air. Two of the swords, which is of mind, is choice of story that we're applying into the world, right? So we do have this, they're saying, when you realize that every moment is our choice of what story we put to something, our choice of what emotion I want to feel. Sometimes it doesn't feel like a choice, right? We talk about a lot, Spirit talks about how all humans were raised with a lot of opinion, popular opinion around what story we're supposed to put around a situation, what emotion we're supposed to feel around a situation. And we don't know any better as children. We take on that energy of opinion of like, well, I guess that's what that's supposed to mean and how I'm supposed to feel. We make it our habit to feel and think that way. Then it's our reaction, and it becomes such a reaction through repetition that it doesn't feel like a choice. But I feel like with this is your angels are saying you have so much power. You don't have to fear the future. You don't have to be, at the like a puppet of outside circumstances, because you get to choose what it means. Everyone else can be like, no, 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 it's supposed to mean this. And you're like, well, you go ahead. That's your choice. But I get to choose what this means, what story I'm putting to a situation, all situations. I get to choose what emotion. People are like, "Oh, you're supposed to feel this way," and you're like, "Eh, I used to, but that bored me. Now I want to feel this way about it." It's very empowering coming in here, and it's like your angels are letting you know that, that's the fear of the future comes in so much when we feel we're at the whim of the circumstances that happen in the outside world. And it's like, no, they could announce that there's an asteroid heading to the planet and it's about to blow up and we're all gonna, humanity's gonna end here in a week, and we'd be like, all right, well, I'm gonna make the best of this week, and regardless, I know I'm gonna be fine. I have a whole nother adventure on the other side. We can look at things that way, or it can be like, no, helter skelter, or whatever, It's beautiful. And not that I'm predicting in a week the asteroid's gonna hit. That's just what it would it's like, well, aren't we supposed to panic? It's like that's the commonality, but when we go against the grain and go, I don't have to, I can be like, wow, all right. Well, evidently it's supposed to be happening. And so, I can send love energy to say, if this is meant to be, veer that asteroid somewhere else. I have another asteroid come and wipe it out. Creator, you're powerful. And if that's the way it's supposed to go, I accept it and I'm ready. Here we go. And we enjoy the moments until then, right? Take the week off of work. No more work for me, you know. But I love that for you. And then let's see what I want to do a divine directions card here for you too. All right. Well, you get two. How funny. So you get two. You got positive and proud. Two P's. So the positive says, enjoy this positive time. Smile. Know that everything is going well. So that's our choice, right? That's one of our choices. And the proud, be proud of who you are, where you've been, and where you're going. I like that messages from them too, because they're saying that a lot of this about power of choice and the choices that you've been making. You've been growing in this for a while, and I like that they're saying be proud of what how you've put a positive spin on things you normally wouldn't have before, a higher vibration looking at things. So I like that for you, Dijona, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. You're very welcome, Aspire. All right. And we got Kritika Malhotra. You are up next. Hi. You're so funny. So, what do your parents think of you? All right. When we ask about what people think of us, Spirit always is like, all right, precursor to the reading. When we ask what other people are thinking and hear about us, it doesn't have a ton to do with us because everyone's a mirror. You're a mirror for your parents. So when they look at you, they're seeing things about themselves. And so when we look at their thoughts about us, it's a lot to do with their history. We don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So if I looked at you, I would be seeing myself in the mirror. And so what I see is mainly about me because I'm finding whatever I think I'm seeing in you is really something that I'm seeing in me in some way. So just realize that. And I feel like your parents are, how sometimes people are opposites. I feel like your parents are like so much alike in a lot of ways. Because I was thinking, well, your dad would look at you differently than your mom. And they're like, well, they're a lot on board with the same kind of thinking. I feel like they've had a lot of the same, almost parallel lives in a way. So we can take a look here, but they are different. So I feel like one of your parents is very fiery and very motivated, very much a look before you leap type of person. And they see you as someone who is very motivated, very on fire, and, has a lot of inspiration to do things and accomplish things. The other parent, whoever this is, the big thinker, they see you as someone who is realizing your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that keep you feeling blinded and bound and trapped, you know. Um, and so they're the big thinker that would overthink things before they act. So your parents are very much, like I said, there's so many similarities. But in this case, this is the opposites. This is how they're so different. One will just be like, "Yeah, plan, but don't spend too much time planning." The other is like, "Well, we gotta make sure everything is in order and double check and triple check before we do something." And so it's a good balance. They pull each other more towards the middle where, you know, in the beginning when your parents met, the over planner like severely overthought and overplanned, and they become more towards the middle ish. And the other one was like leap before you think, and they brought him into, the other of your parents brought them into thinking a little more before you act. So it's a good balance here. And they see you as this person that is a combination of the two of them. So but each of them likes this characteristic that they like. So the one this is so funny because the one parent that likes to think sees you as a thinker, and the one that is the risk taker sees that, oh look, you take risks, and really you're a wonderful balance between the two, but they see the piece of them in you that they like about themselves. So I like it. I like it. Uh, that's very interesting. But that's what they have for you, Kritika Malhotra. So many blessings to you. Too funny. All right. So die baby 777. You'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation here. Hey Supernova, thank you so much for your donation. Let me give that some love and shout out to one of my praying mantis members. So glad to have you part of the family tribe there, and also thank you so much. It helps, because of members like you, and you donate quite a bit too. You are helping these free readings be available. So thank you. Big shout out to you. All right. And you want to know what lessons have you currently learned so far in your life? All right. Let's take a look here and see what are the important ones that Spirit wants to kind of show here. And the devil card is on the bottom of the deck here, which is the overall energy. There's this beautiful, beautiful, Saturn energy, Capricorn energy that comes in with this card, which is doing the work and getting the reward. And I'm a Capricorn rising, so I love doing the shadow work. Well, let's say I don't despise it. That's probably, I'm like, I'm okay with, all right, this is coming up. Let me look at it and then transform it, change it, and do that. And I feel like that's the kind of, one of the big things that you've learned is like you're not afraid to look at things and transform things. And I feel like, it's you've learned to go with it and not resist it, and not fear looking into the shadow, right? You're no longer afraid of the dark, which is funny. Which is funny. I like how they show here you're not afraid of your shadow. This is great. And let's see here. You got three cards. The first one has two together. Yeah. So you're not afraid of sudden change and changes in your life. The Four of Fire shows this. I love how they show someone coming out of a cocoon here. All these cocoons, someone's being birthed out of the cocoon. And the Tower card here, one of the big things with these coming in, in relation to the with that devil card being the underlying energy, is that you're okay with change. You actually kind of get bored easy, and I feel like you have really learned just to go embrace change, and even look forward to change in some areas. And so I like that, even even with it looks like the devil here, which is the devil card, right? So I like this energy because that's one of the hardest things to embrace, and I feel like it's at a deep level. Like even like your usually our human child self, when it feels unsafe or out of control, really freaks out. But I feel like you've really embraced your inner child in feeling okay through the darkness. That it doesn't trigger like it does in most of humanity, and I like that. Which I feel like it's part of your makeup for your life too, because of what you are gonna head and what you're gonna do does require some courage to, go down roads you've never gone down before, right? So I like that. And then you have the 10 of water. So the 10 of water, is this energy. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Further away, maybe. But there is this um you didn't even realize that. You're like, boom. 10 of water is this joy, this celebration, this finding. I mean, there's just so much on this card. And I like this energy of, and I'm sorry that this isn't up focus. Okay, now it focuses. There's just so much to be happy about. And I like this, it's like hummingbird, sunflower, flowers, um, lotus flowers, the ocean, the rainbow, the clouds, the storms. It's just like there's this, you learn to be happy in the moment about things, even if it's like, oh, it's raining out, people are, and you're like, oh, the rain, look at the plants, love it. And it's like you've learned to have like, it's not a Pollyanna where it's just like, well, um, oh, my foot got cut off. Oh, well, yay. It's like you really, things that there is beauty that, and we can find it in anything. But I feel like you've really learned that with that. So I love that. And then let's see what else you have here. Okay. Yeah. I feel like this is something that you've learned about, but you're learning more about because you got the judgment card, which is your higher self calling your human self to a higher place, like your calling for life. And the Seven of Pentacles is the patience card, right? The last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And so there is this um, trusting um, trusting your path, trusting things are going to unfold in the right timing. And I feel like that one you're still working on, but you've come a long way in it. But they're like, yeah, and that's the thing. We're so like, I want to get so much into my dream, but it's enjoying the journey along the way is an important piece of all that is with that. So that's what's coming in there for you, Supernova, right now. And there's much more, but those are the top things they just want you to be aware of right now that are currently impacting you significantly in your daily life at this point in time. So I like that. All right. So that's what they have there. And thank you for your additional donation here. And so we'll see here. You'll pop your second question down there in a moment. So just for the sake of time, I'm going to pop up and do it for you, and I'll keep checking. And as soon as you put your second question, there's no pressure. I know it's like, what do I want to ask next? And then I'll keep checking. So Die Baby 777, you want whatever comes out. So let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Wow, look at this. Fire, fire, fire. Action, action, action. Movement, movement, movement. And the 5 of fire here is, you know, focusing on some resolution around conflicting energy. So wherever there seems to be some, friction going on in your life, Spirit is saying take a step back, breathe, look at it, and you'll get to the root of it very quickly because the 8 of Wands is about fast movement here and flow of energy. And the 5 of fire is all about the transformation and the movement of something from feeling like it's fear to something of love and higher vibration. So you have this opportunity to quickly move energy in a situation by just breathing, taking a step back, and then understanding, well, what am I fearing in this moment? And I feel like it comes to you that fast, you transform it fast, the energy switches fast. So you're really stepping up and getting into this awareness of energy, and you're really at this point having a wonderful kind of aha about your awareness of energies, like you're aware of these, especially emotional energy that's around you. So I like that for you, Die Baby, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Hot Sun. Hello, hello, Hot Sun. You want to know what are Patrick's feelings, intentions, and next actions towards you, and what's at the bottom of the deck? All right, let's take a look here. So, what are their feelings, actions, and the bottom of the deck here? All right. Yeah. So, their feelings and actions here are, I just, the the overall energy here, I mean, in the bottom of the deck, we'll do that first because you got the 9 of Cups, which is like emotional wish fulfillment, right? So overall, they got these feelings of, wow, you could be like this emotional dream come true with what I think a dream come true would be. But I know, no, stop there, done. But they're the with the Elder of Air, the King of Swords, they're trying to see things from a higher perspective. They're trying to find out what's the capital T truth on what their true dream come true is. Because with the 6 of Pentacles here, this is equal giving and receiving, which is kind of the intentions that are here. But they're also trying to figure out this is all about their self-worth and trying to balance this. It's like they've been taught from an early age to be an overgiver, to give so much and expect so little, which has kept things away, and they're really trying to figure things out. When I got these cards, 2 cards, that's what I felt is like they're really not overthinking, but deep thinking where their emotions are like boop on pause. They're trying to see things from a higher perspective, trying to figure all of those fears of losing love out, balancing and wondering why do I always overgive and I can't receive from others, and I don't, uh, I just don't feel comfortable allowing people to give to me, which means they give to other people. I feel like maybe their relationships tend to dissolve and kind of drift apart because in the past when they overgave and didn't allow people to give to them, then whoever they're with would go give to someone else or become a workaholic and become distant, or spend all their time with their friends and become distant. It's all the stuff that they would give outside of the relationship somewhere, and they would become distant, and then they would drift away because they weren't able to receive, and they're tired of this, and this is why they're looking into all this to try to figure things out. So I don't feel like they've got this, wow, you seem like a dream come true. But they're like, well, I felt this way before, and I tend to overgive, and then everything just falls apart. And they're tired of doing the same thing they always have done and get what they've always gotten. And so rather than go through it again, they were like, well, let me look at this first before I take action, because I want to try something different. I want something higher and more instead of what I have had before. I like that because they're not just going to go, all right, hot sun, let's date and let's see how this goes, insanity, repeating the same thing, expecting a different result. They're like, no, no more insanity. I like it. But that's what's coming in, hot sun. So hopefully that resonates for you. Many blessings to you. All right. Thank you so much, Supernova. All right, so there's your second question. Let me give that donation some love. Thank you for your multiple donations. And you want to know, you're drawn to ask new or different messages from Kurt's spirit. All right, let's take a look here. And nope, I don't want any of the oracles. So let's pull here from the tarot. See what is a new or different message that they haven't mentioned to you before. It's funny. They're like, um, don't tell me what to do. They're saying it jokingly, which is funny. Like, don't tell me what to do. You're very welcome, hot sun. So the underlying energy of their message overall is about the world, and you know, I feel like that's the message from before. They're like, well, the underlying message is like, buckle up, Buttercup. your world is about to change. You're going to have some significant endings of old cycles, old ways, and new cycles, new ways, new things opening up. And I feel like they've maybe, if they haven't mentioned it before, then Spirit has, and they're like, "Well, this is new, me telling you." They're all sassy, too funny. And I do want to tell you that it's worth the wait. Here's that 7 of Pentacles that you're learning, one of the lessons that came up in the your first question. But they're saying here with the sun that it does come to fruition. You do shine bright. It does bring abundance and this feeling of wholeness that comes in. So they're saying it's worth the wait and trust that it will end up, in this direction. But I love all, this world card too, how it has all these lanterns, all the brightness that you send out to the world here too. So, they're saying, shine bright, buttercup, shine bright, but buckle up, buttercup too. They call me buttercup. I don't know why, but it is a flower, right? And they're like, buckle up, here you go. And, just know that your messages will reach a lot of people with those lanterns, this bright light that the lantern goes in, and when in the dark night sky everyone sees it for miles and miles around. So I like that coming in here. They're like trusting that. And you got the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Water. And this message here too, that's like this energy of realizing that the outside world isn't going to make you feel full, and they're like, just know that your world changes from the inside out, not the outside in. That the outside world isn't going to fulfill you emotionally, because when you look at like relationships of all kinds, friends, family, romantic, whatever, people change, people pass away, people walk away. So it feels empty. Anything that fulfills us in the outside world, if it fulfills us at all, isn't for very long, because it's so fickle and changing and unstable in the outside world. And same thing with jobs, career, social status, how we're seeing whatever situations come in, constantly changing. And things are, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, they break down, they blow up, burn down, deteriorate, stolen. And so there's this message from Kurt just saying, everything in the outside world doesn't fulfill you. The Ace of Cups that comes in here, because usually the 4 of Cups will have 3 cups in front. Someone's leaned up against a tree, just like bored out of their gourd of like, these things are just not fulfilling me. They're empty. And then here comes this gift from the universe, which is the Ace of Cups, which is the higher love, which is what we fill up with and flow out to the world with. And so there is this, it's like when you share from your heart, that's what this bright light in the lantern is, that the people see in the darkness. But um but it's from the inside out. It's not something we create on the outside and then we get inner fulfillment. It all starts with inside of us. We don't find happiness out there, we find happiness on the inside in our joy, and then it spreads into our outside world. So I like that. And then the final message here, yeah, the Magician, you got it. And I think I just said this already. You got everything you need inside of you to make your dreams come true. There's nothing new you need in the outside world. You have everything inside of you. It's like they're saying, you're connected to me. You're connected to the spirit world. We're like your internet. We're like your Google. You need anything, you don't feel like you know something, just connect with us, to your higher self. We know everything. We are know it alls. So, if you're unsure of what you want to do, and, like we talked about with, you asked if spirit is part of your creativity. They're like, we sure are. When you are in need in the outside world, turn inward and upward and you'll get your answers. And I like that. I also want to pull from this divine directions for a message from them. All right. Oh, so you got soulmates. I love that. Soulmates are important people who teach you life lessons. They can be friends, lovers, and family members. So there's like you're surrounded by all these soulmates, and like I'm one of yours, and you have all these soulmates that are on the other side helping you out because everyone is a soul, and all your family, all your friends, everyone that comes across your path too is a soulmate, and that's a beautiful thing because we always think all soulmates are lovers or romantic. It's like, no, our family, our friends, our people we work with, like when you're sharing music, the people that are listening, all these people have chosen to be in our life. Like there's a giant casting call going, all right, this is what I want to experience in this life. Who wants to be these things for me? Me. And then you're volunteering when before you come down here, people going, I need this. You're like, oh, I'll be that for you. I'll be that for you. I'll be that for you. And then it's like action. And here comes this giant movie, all these people casting in this giant production of being these things for you. But if you realize behind every single being, even animal, even plant, even element, there is a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that's a soul that is existing behind this character that we're seeing. So I love that. So that's what they have for that for you right now. That's what Kurt's message is for you. So many blessings to you. And then Dune, you are up next. Let me give your donation some love there. And you want to know your next job. What about your next job? All right. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know here about your next job? All right. And then that one, and then that one, and then that one, and then that one. All right. Let's see what they got here. Okay. All right. Yeah. Makes sense here. So I'm going to start with the middle cards here because it's two major arcana that are telling you, your next job, your higher self here with the judgment card is calling you. It's usually called like a calling card, and you're really identifying the calling of your life. And there's this, energy that's moving, this energy of taking you into um, a new place within your life around job, and it's like replacing job with living, and realizing that there's so much more to do in this life than to work. It's like they want you to live, and in doing this you have the world card here, which is the ending of old cycles, beginning of new. And there is this it's the last card in the major arcana. Then the full card is the zero starts off, which is this new adventure, free from a lot of fears and expectations and all of that. And you do have that represented here too, because a piece that helps you move in that direction is the nine of swords, and you have the four of swords. A lot of mind transformation here, because the nine of swords, known as the nightmare and insomnia card, means you're the pressure of trying to be all the supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be in life keeps us restricted and back. And the nine of swords is showing that you're becoming so aware of the fears that hold you back. And the four of swords after this shows that you do come to this place of peace of mind, which usually the person is sleeping on the ace of swords, which is connecting them to the capital T truths of the higher realms. You're calling, you're understanding what it is I really want to do, the capital T truths you're getting out of your mind, of all these small T truths of fears that are keeping you bound, fears of failure, fears of rejection, fears of losing love or you conditional love, and all these lower vibrational energies that are and thoughts that are rooted in fear. And those are the things that hold us back from dreaming, like all the supposed to and should and need to, have to, must, all those things we've been told. Well, you got to be responsible. You got to have this. You got to have all that. Well, to have all that, I need this type of job, making this much money, doing da da da. All of this stuff that keeps us restricted. And when we really start questioning, do I need a car? Do I need a big house? Do I need this? Do I need that? And we start cutting away things out of our life that we're like, well, I really don't care. but I was afraid, what will people think if I don't have that or this or that, right? There's this big clarity that's coming in here with that regarding, work, career, when really it's about living. How am I going to live? How am I going to make a living? Not what work am I going to do? Right? There's this transformation, and there's this big energy that also, because you had mental energy with two swords or two air, and now you have two wands or two fire, which moves. The five is a transformation of the energies moving from fear to that of passion and living life. And the seven of wands, which is about being in the limelight, not worrying about defending. Like the sun doesn't ask permission to be themselves. They are just themselves. They don't dim their light, they don't change, and they're not concerned with the shadows trying to, shake and rattle. You don't feel a need to defend your life because you're like, I'm going to be me. This is me. This is what I'm going to do. And people are like, no, you can't do that. Why do you get to do that and we don't? And come back down here and be miserable with us. And I like the phrase that comes with the seven of wands a lot too, which is, people are like, misery loves company. Come back down here. And you're like, well, joy loves company too. And they throw better parties. So I'm going to choose joy instead. And I like this transformation from fear to joy, from restriction to freedom, from um, being caged to being free and allowing yourself to look at life in a different way. Really getting in tune with your calling here. So I do feel like it's gonna be something so outside of your brain, it's like getting out of there and connecting to your heart, connecting and looking up above, and that's what brings you, joy and abundance, and it it's like a whole transformation of how you look at life, with all this coming in here, June. So hopefully that helps. Maybe, maybe not. And here, I want to pull a divine directions card for you too. All right. Let's see. Any other direction here? Yeah. You got two cards, and I think they're very fitting. You got move and holiday. And move says get up and get active. Try gentle exercise such as yoga, tai chi, or Pilates. But there's also this movement, right? That they're talking about. You're moving from where you think different direction. And the holiday says it's time to go on the holiday that you've been dreaming about. Oh, live life. I love that. That's why they wanted to have that. That's reiterating that. So hopefully that helps Dune, but that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Supernova, thank you for your additional donation. You're so kind. I love that. Give that some love there. And so you have here, how have you transformed and grown over this past year? And what progress are your guides wanting you to know of? And what are they proud of from you? All right. That's okay. Boom, boom, boom. And what is the pride from here? Okay. Well, a lot of pride. So let's take a look here. How have you transformed and grown over this year? Yeah. So you've moved from feeling a lot of fears with the Three of Swords, feeling heartbreak, feeling like blaming others for your pain, um, and having avoidance of fear and avoidance of pain be your kind of your focus, to here the elder of water, the balance between heart and mind. And so very beautiful, stepping into your power of emotion, stepping into your power of thought as well, and this beautiful balance between the two. Instead of being on a roller coaster where you're like high highs, low lows, high highs, low low low, high low, high high. It's you've really had this balance where you're not these extremely happy, 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 happy to dive deep. I feel like you go boop, doop, but before it was like up, down, up, down, up, down. And this is a big transformation that you've had here, and I feel like that's one of the big pieces that they wanted, you to know about there. And then let's talk about the progress here. Yeah, alright. So, you've also have the Queen of Cups, so, you have 3 cards of the things that they want you to know where you've made progress on here, which is, the Queen of Cups is about your intuition. You've grown your connection to your emotions, your deep emotions, but you've also opened up to spirit so much over this last year and trusting your intuition, growing your empathic abilities. All these things have started to grow within you, right? You've been bipolar before. When we have fears, um, we have so many fears in our humanity in these days because we used to only have really physical danger a lot in our society. And when we didn't live in big communities and all that, animals would attack us and we were like, am I going to have enough to eat? We had like real fears. We have so much emotional, social fears now that I feel like most people could be diagnosed almost bipolar because of the fear. When we're in fear, we go whoom, and when we're out of fear, we have joy. And but we're so uh, we are a dual being. We have our spirit and our human, and when we are in fear, we go way human. Lower vibrational, and when we're not in fear, then we're connected higher and we have higher vibration. So everyone, is that way, but as we all look into our fears and we transform things, then we become less bipolar. It's amazing. And I know, just for sake of, I know that there are chemical things in human bodies that make people truly are have these chemicals that do that in their body, which could or could not be transformed through energy. But I know that there's that in the human brain too. Sometimes I say things and people are like, yeah, but I have chemical depression. And I'm like, okay, I know that's out there too. But for the majority of human beings, we go through a lot of this, right? So I like that. And also, along with that Queen of Cups, you've got the Hierophant, which is really this drawing up from your soul that has allowed you to really see what is my capital T truth of my life. And you've really began this year to really see things from a higher perspective, going, you know what? Why do I believe that? And questioning things and connecting higher, truly seeking and not just going along with everything that you've been told. Not that you've been in a rebellion this year, but kind of. And it all has to do here. I mean, all three of these, the Queen of Water, the Hierophant, and the Judgment card. This is again you being called to your recognizing your calling, embracing your calling. All of this, all three of those combined together are, you know, so much of this. It started with connecting to spirit and then realizing I don't have to do and all this popular opinion of stuff. I want to go this direction, and then your connection with spirit going, yeah, we want you to go this direction. This is me pulling you that way, and you're like, yeah, there's this great energy that's coming in with all of this here. And let me see here. I mean, they are proud of you here. Let me see what all this is here, because you've got yeah. Okay, there's a lot of cards here. Okay, but they're all telling me. I thought they were going to be a lot of the same messages that were coming through here. Yeah, because you got you know, they're proud of you here with this Elder of Fire, which I mean the Elder of Earth, which is the King of Pentacles, which is they're proud of you for this transformation that you have been making in how you're relating your worth to the outside world. And I mean, you've had significant here. Let me try to do these three cards because these three cards are all you got the 10 of fire, the death card, which is death and rebirth, and the 10 of air, all these endings and beginnings, these transformations. And they're like, look at all this transformation that you've made in so many different areas of your life. Where am I focusing my energy? Where are my fears? And I'm not fitting into all this. And there's been this huge rebirth coming in here for you. And you're realizing the power that you have here, because you got the two of air and the two of fire, which is getting to know the two of you. And you're with the two of air, it's like you've learned to close your eyes and open your heart. And you've learned that wherever you invest your energy is what grows. And you've been really realizing how much of a co creator you are in your life, and that it's not just this, okay, what am I supposed to do? All right, let me do what you are saying I'm supposed to do. You're realizing this is my adventure and they're backing me up, asking me, what do you want to do next? We'll help you, right? So I really love this power that comes in, and this journey that you're on. The full card is this, here's the new beginnings with all those endings. The full card is like a new beginning, a new adventure. Seven of Cups usually means emotional confusion, but I feel like it's you reaching for the star, reaching for your dreams, coming in here, and you've realized that you have all these little small things that you do want to do, but there's something central to it. All the other stuff um, kind of orbits around this main dream, and you're realizing the importance of the main dream that you're wanting, and this is a big thing they're proud of you for, and especially you know um to do so at such an early age. You chose to activate your higher awareness so early for the times as such as this on the earth, and I love this. That's why I keep calling you supernova, right? That's what's that star was. That's the supernova that you are. And you're embracing your supernova-ness. So I love it. I love it. I love this for you. And you have a lot to be proud of. So that's what they have for you, Supa. So many blessings to you, and keep going. Keep going. Hey, Mavia, welcome, welcome. And if for anyone new coming in, if you're wondering how all the free readings work, all that information's in the description box of the video. If you do want to have your, I go down in order, first come, first serve for free readings, but I do step out to complete readings for any donations. It's an honor as an energy exchange, and I dive deeper into those, as you've noticed, probably. But when I'm done, I go back and I continue to try to go down as many free readings as I can. So if you do want to make a donation, all that information's in the description box of the video. All right, so we will continue going down here. You just turned 18 like 4 months ago. Gosh, it is crazy, but I love it. All right, so Starfall, you are up next. So, hello, hello. You want to know love reading for December? Anything coming in? Yeah, I mean, can you believe it's like 2 weeks left here? Let's see what do they want you to know about love in the next 2 weeks? So their focus of this energy here, you've got the Three of Pentacles over here, which is about being true to your authentic self, and you have the Nine of Water, the Nine of Cups, which for you in this reading, this is over these next couple weeks. This is about the hermit's journey of stepping inward, connecting upward, and filling up with the eternal unconditional love from above, and allowing you to fill up and overflow. And the combination of this is like live your passion over these next 2 weeks. This is what's important for you towards love. And I know you're like, what about external love? It all starts with this internal love, and not making finding love your passion. It's like my passion in life is to find passion. It's like, well, what Spirit is saying is, um, doing what you love, what's authentically you, not trying to do things or be what you think other people would be to make you attractive or to attract, love. It's about going and doing, pouring all that love into living your passion So if it's doing pottery, painting, going for hikes, volunteering at a meal hall, whatever it is, um, it's living that and doing that, because in doing that, you actually are enjoying life, right? But you're raising your love vibration, by turning inward and upward and living your heart. But you also meet people when you're living your passion that have the same passion as you do. And that's where you find love. That's where you find someone where you have this beautiful bond with. This thing helps spark it. And, they always show me, they're like, boop, this is what we're talking about. Like, if you enjoy pottery and so you don't have a potter's wheel at home, but you go to a place that offers clay and a potter's wheel and a kiln and the stain coloring, so you can color stuff and make vases and different works of art of clay. And so you go do it and you're excited and you're doing it and you're bopping to your music, and someone next to you says, "Hey, how are you doing that?" And you look over and you're like, "Hey, how are you? I'm doing this and this and this." And they're like, "Oh, that's cool." And you're like, "What are you doing?" And this conversation sparks, and you're just like, this spark in both of you. And so you're doing the stuff, chatting, and maybe not the first time, maybe the second time. You're like, "Hey, good to see you." And I've been thinking about what you were saying. And "Hey, do you want to go get lunch, or you want to get coffee after this?" I'm like, "Yeah." And like, "Hey, you want my number?" "Yeah, here." And you exchange things, and this is where it develops and it grows together. And that's the story. So I like that for you, Starfall. This is what's important for you for December, is to find your passion and live your passion, and that's where you find your passion. So I like it. All right, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings. And Magana, hi. So your friends have been asking you to consider dating this guy RK. You're in the same friend group, and he has started to get a lot more comfortable with us now. Okay, what does he think about you? All right, let's take a look here. All right, let's see. Now, when we're talking about what other people think about us, there is always that take it with a grain of salt, because, what people think about us has a lot to do with themselves, the filter they're seeing us through. We don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So just know when we're asking that there's a lot of this within themselves that they're seeing in you. And it doesn't mean that it's true either. but I do see here, these are not bad cards. Got two threes here, very creative energy. So they see someone who is creative, um, who is true to their authentic self with this Three of Pentacles. Like, I feel like you don't put on airs and you don't try to people please a whole lot at all. You're just like, Here I am. If you don't like it, okay." You don't have a reaction toward it. You don't try to make people like you. You don't like berate people for not liking you. You're just like, "Okay, thank you for that information." And you go about your business. I feel like you don't put a lot of stock in people's opinions, because, like, what they say, like, is this something you say, Magana? Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one, right? And I feel like there's that sass that's in here. They see you as someone very nurturing. They see you as someone who, like, again, creativity coming through greatly here, and you express yourself very beautifully into the outside world. I feel like you like wearing colorful things, changing of hair, or you just express yourself in a beautiful, um, very pleasing to the eyes ways. It's like, wow, you express yourself very creatively, is what's coming through. This is how they see you anyway. And yeah, sensuality is definitely there. Uh-huh, uh-huh. And there's deep emotion there, you know, um, because the Empress rules over all four queens, and all the queens get a second portion of water. So there's five, because the Queen of Cups rules over water. So there's five uh, p- parts water, emotion, and then earth, and then fire, and then air, right? So a lot of emotion there, but there's thinking there. There's the grounding there. There's passion there, but I feel like they're really drawn to emotionally. So it feels positive. I feel like this is um the Empress is the beginning of it's a birth of something. So um I agree. You can consider dating them and see what happens. And I understand the hesitancy, and they're in the same friend group, because if things don't work out, then awkward. But I feel like you don't. But when you really think about it, you fear, like we fear, what will that do to the group in the future and whatever. And you're like, you don't have to be responsible for that. You go back to that being true to my authentic self, and I'd be fine. And if other people aren't comfortable with it, thank you for that information. That's your opinion. You guys figure that out. I'm not going to worry about it. So I like that for you, Magana. So go forward and conquer. All right. So many blessings to you. And Dune, thank you so much for your additional donation here. Let me give that some love there. And let's see, does Spirit see you moving to another country? Let's take a look. All right. And I don't know, was that? I think that was your card, right? That you had before, because I just saw this again, which is move. So let's take a look here and see um, what's coming through here. Sorry, adjust these rings here. There we go. Well, you do have movement of water. Wow, motion, emotion, emotion. Okay, I thought you were going to get the six of swords, because this, when you get the six of swords, it's moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, but can be movement across water. And as soon as I saw three of water, knight of water, here's joy and movement of emotion, movement of water. And then I got the moon, more tides and movement of water. The hanged man is in time, you will. This is this, that it's like a pause, transformation that's happening. And then I got the six of air, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset, right? But definitely movement across water. So there's no doubt here that you will move across water to a new country, a new place. It's taking a little bit of time with that hanged man that is coming in. Um, you know, it feels like, because the six of air, the six of swords, is about leaving behind fears and movement of thought and belief. I feel like there's that, things need to change as far as mindset before it'll happen, because it goes back to your first reading where, if you have like some supposed to, shoulds, and need tos, and like, well, this is what I'm supposed to do, you're going to want to go this direction because it fits into all this other old ways. But when they're like, move the direction to a different place, more of your heart and your dream, you'll end up wanting to go to a different country instead. There's like, your heart wants this, your mind wants this, and if you stay in your mindset, you're going to end up here, which eventually your heart will win out and you'll eventually go over here. But I feel like your soul's going, you know what? Let's cut out the middleman. Let's cut out the middle brain and just find our heart's desire and go here. It's going to save me so much time and so much money. That's funny that your soul says that, but it's like going this way instead of this way, right? It's the hypotenuse, which is the shortest distance between 2 points, is from here to here instead of here to here and then here to here. this is a shorter distance. And so I feel like that's what needs to happen first. The timing is up to you on how much you look into questioning those fears and transforming those things. Um, it can be anywhere from 3 months to 3 years. With Three of Cups jumped out to me. That's the joy. And they're like, it's choosing your heart, choosing your joy, choosing what makes your heart sing. Can be as early as 3 months for a move or 3 years. So it's all up to you, which is where we want it. We don't want it in someone else's hands. You want the timing to be up to you in your life. And so, all right, let's take a look at those things. So that's what's coming in for you, Dune. So thank you again for your additional donation. I'm excited for your journey. It's like, where are you going to go? Where does your heart want to take you? All right. And then we left off for free readings with Goddess Angelic Vibes 1111. You want to know what is coming towards you. So let's take a look here and see what is coming towards you. All right. I like this new beginning coming in here because you've got the Seven of Air, Seven of Swords, which is becoming aware of what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have cheated you out of things and, deceived you in your life. It's told you you couldn't do something, you didn't deserve something. You're getting into these beliefs that you're like, what has kept me back? What has held me back? The Full card is the first card in the major arcana following the World card, which is the World card is ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures, free of all this caca pooper doo doo that's held you back. And so this is this beautiful message here of the a new beginning, something. It's like looking at the world like a little child who hasn't learned a lot of the no, no, the praise and punishment that restricts us, where all those Seven of Swords comes from. We're like, wow, you have this whole new way of looking at the world and moving forward. And I like this. So I feel like you're really becoming aware of all of these, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are coming in here. And, in this particular deck, this group of people back here, maybe this group of people back here, that are here, they're there. That's the Council of the Monarchs. It's the Four Kings. And it's definitely this divine masculine energy that takes you forward in all areas of your life. It's like the Emperor energy, which is Aries energy, new beginnings, which is like the Full card too. Sorry, I'm sliding off here. Um, so you know, I like this stepping forward, the finding out what I really want, not what what's restricted me from thinking, well, it's not proper for me to want this. I'm supposed to want this. It's like, no, you're getting away from all these thoughts and beliefs that cage you in your, that's what the emperor does. They have a lot of people advising them in their ear about the supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and musts. And they're like, okay, thank you, everybody. Now clear the throne room. I'm headed into my kingly chambers, my royal chambers, and I'm going to make decisions for me and my kingdom because I am the ruler of my kingdom. And I'm going to put form around it. I'm going to take action toward it. And that's what I feel is coming towards you with this Full card and with that Seven of Swords. So that's what they got for you. Goddess Angelic Vibes. So many blessings to you. All right. All right, and then Anjushri, and hey, Dune, yeah, and that is a belief, that could be restricting and holding you back. Well, I have to have a certain amount of money before I do it. Is that true? Yeah, the world takes money, but maybe there's other options too. First, find your dream and understand what it is, and then find out how you can get there. If you put a restriction of I have to have money first, then that's your mind taking you off in old ways of thinking. Because like where I've ended up here, I would never have thought that this was possible. That I had a friend out of nowhere say, "Come live with me in my basement for free." It's my way of giving to the world because they appreciate what I offer to the world, and they're like, "That's my way of giving. So come do this." And I'm like, "What?" You know, Because otherwise I'm like, well, I was thinking I had to go get a job and I'm gonna have to do this, and I'm gonna have to limit what I do because I gotta eat and I have to have a place to live. And but I never would have thought, and out of the blue that she contacted me, and I'm like, what? Wow. And so because when you figure your dream first, then that's what can happen, right? So think about that. Just think about it. That's all I'm saying. Just think about it. Don't limit yourself by what the mind is saying has to happen first. Okay. All right. And then Anjushri, I will be to you next for the next free readings, but I do have a donation that came in. Yeah, your kids to feed. Yeah. All right. So let me give you your donation. Some love here, Swaroop. And there we go. So thank you for your donation and good to see you. And you were said you're not getting any job from the last 3 months and finances are very hard. Any new job coming in any time frame? All right, let's take a look here. Let's give these a shuffle. All right. All right. So any job, and let's look at timing here. I just want that one, and then just these two. It's interesting. Some of your cards that were sticking out had a card underneath them, a card underneath them, a card underneath them. But like, no, just the top one, just the top one. And I feel like there's something about cutting away some expectations around it. We'll see here what comes in. I haven't even seen the cards yet here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see here. I definitely see here with this Knight of Pentacles, things have been going very slow here with that. So they're acknowledging that things do move slowly on purpose for us. And before I look at these other, you have three sets of two cards, two, and two. But before we get into that, I feel like they're just wanting to say that when things are going slow and things aren't unfolding, it does happen on purpose for a purpose for us because it allows us um, time of we're not drawing in old ways, and it's giving us time to connect with spirit, connect with our higher selves, uh, raise our love vibration, look at where we're investing our energy. Because if we're investing our energy in lower vibrational energies, like, if I'm focusing on what I'm missing, what I hate in my life, what I fear will come in or out of my life, or not come in or leave my life, then we're growing those things. Like a little kid that goes into a donut shop and they point at a donut in a little glass case over and over again. It's the donut they hate. They get a dozen of donuts they don't hate because that's what the baker's going to give them. But if you point at the things you love and what you're grateful for, focusing on unconditional love and joy and laughter, then that brings in higher vibrational things. And I feel like this is what they're saying is things have been going slow because otherwise we'd be drawing in these lower vibrational experiences and people into our life, which you don't want to do anymore. And so that's why things have slowed down, and finances are very hard. I understand that for sure, but they're also like it's allowing you to really look at things and have this kind of kind of change of how you're perceiving things, right? Focus on what I'm grateful for instead of what's missing is a big piece of what you're learning in your life that will impact things so much for the future. Let's see what these others are here. Yeah. So, with the 10 of swords, which is all about our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and the elder of pentacles, which is the king of pentacles, this is about our abundance and our worth. This is the ending of our belief and mindsets around what abundance is too. And so I can see here part of this, what's happening is a transformation in what we're feeling, these long list of things that we feel are supposed to and should and need to and have to and must in life. It's like, oh, I got to have all this stuff and be in this place. And, all of those relationships to our worth is what is coming in here. But the 10 of swords, 10 of air is about, I'm done. I'm sick and tired of trying to live up to all these expectations. there's this relief coming, and I feel like there's just this like releasing of all of trying to please everyone and live up to all these rules around abundance in the outside world. Yeah. Because your next two cards that were coming in here are the Hermit and the Four of Earth, the Four of Pentacles. Hermit is this time of awareness, the connecting inward and upward, allowing spirit to guide your path. And the Four of Earth is this stability in the outside world. And so this also is a time of learning trust with the creator. And the what comes after the Four of Earth, the Four Pentacles, is the Five of Pentacles, which is the transformation of these feelings of lack, feelings of being left out in the cold, left behind, abandoned, and depending on humanity to give us what we need, right? And um, when we depend on humans to bring us what we need in the world, that's where we learn abandonment, right? Because when we get into fight or flight mode, we will go into survival mode, and I will pull the rug right out from underneath you, and all my support I will take back to me and go, nope. And so that's where we have the abandonment feelings. But the transformation that happens through this connecting with the Hermit and the Four Pentacles, connecting to the higher realms, going, you know what? I'm building this trust, knowing that I've always had everything I needed in each moment, or I'd be dead right now. And so my sustenance doesn't come from humanity. It may be shipped through humanity, and that's who brings it to us, but the source is always from the source, creator, that has endless resources. And there's this trust that's being built up right now, too, that I will always make sure you have everything you need in each moment. Maybe not everything our ego human wants in each moment, but we'll have what we need for our best experience here. And let's see what else comes in here. Yeah. And I feel like when we have this transformation of and because we get out of the fear of not having enough, we get out of that fear of lack. We get out of focusing our energy on what we feel is missing, what we're fearing. We're not growing that anymore. And when you change that to here to the Three of Water, which is this is joy and celebration, and focusing our energy on that. And I know it's hard when we are, am I going to have enough to eat? Am I going to have enough of this, whatever? And it's like, you know what? I'm going to put my trust in the creator. I'm going to have gratitude for what I do have, for what is coming, for their love, because they will never, their love is eternal, unconditional. They're not fickle like human beings, where when they get into fear, they pull things away. They fear nothing. They have everything. They're like, I want to give to you and give you more than you even need. But our energy focusing on the donut we hate is what brings us all those donuts. They're like, just all you have to do is ask for what you do love instead of what you don't have. And then things change. And then here's what happens here with the Page of Cups, which is a heightened love, a heightened joy and celebration, which means that that's when things do change. So, time frame has to do with your energy. The more that you change your energy from focusing on what's missing to what you're grateful for, the faster the energy changes and brings in things that match the energy of what you're putting out. Something that I do whenever I'm trying to change my beliefs, attitudes, my energies is I set an alarm. If you have a cell phone, they're perfect because you can set a vibrating silent alarm on your phone every, if you want to change things fast, every waking half hour that it goes off, because we're taught to focus on what's missing and what we fear. It's what we're taught. So everyone does it. There's, it's how we're focused when we're young. But we can change it to when this alarm goes off, we can have it alarm called gratitude, and we can go, oh, what am I grateful for? And then we switch it, and that energy starts drawing in more things to be grateful for: jobs, abundance, discounts, bonuses, whatever. All that stuff starts coming in. Assistance comes in. and I drift off to my fears, and then the alarm goes off. Oh, that's right, back to gratitude. And then eventually you're not drifting as fast back to the old ways because you're changing your habit to gratitude instead of focusing on what's missing and fears. And so that's what transforms things. So hopefully that helps, Swaroop. So hang in there. And thank you for your donation very much. I know if things are tight, it means even more that you're giving me a donation. So thank you for that. All right, we have a few more donations. Thank you so much. So, Dune, thank you for your additional donation. Let's give that some love. And you said you've cut yourself from family and friends because you don't want problems, but now you feel alone, right? So, will that change? Let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit has here for you. All right. All right. So, we've got the we've got the 10 of swords and the 8 of swords. All of this has to do with our thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, and expectations. And, what comes in with this is, we're taught here that, you know, I don't want problems, so I don't hang around people. Well, we can run, but we can't hide because the problem isn't out there. The problem, how do they say it? The problem isn't that you have a problem, it's that you think you have a problem. I think is how it goes, which is like, what? But it's basically the premise of it with what they're bringing through with these swords is because it's my thinking about what's going on in the outside world, my stories, which is all the air, the swords, these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that I have, when that person does that, it's a problem. So things just happen in the outside world. There's no problems in the outside world. There's just things happening, things being said, things not being said, things being done, things not being done, and it just is. It's not a problem until we apply a story to it that it's a problem. And we're given a lot of, this 8 and 10 of swords so much represents all of these beliefs and thoughts and mindsets that we've grown up with since very young, going, when that happens, this is a problem. When that happens, this is what that means. When that happens, this is the story that we put to it. You're supposed to do this. And so we do, and we take it on all for ourselves and we put it all in here. And when it happens, we're like, oh, look, problem. Look, another problem. So all these people are the problem. And it's like, no, it's our thinking that is creating a problem. But our mindset, we can change that. We can release it. And that's what this 8 and 10 is all about, is flow. As we realize, what if my own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, the stories in my head, what if those have made me feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted? And it's this exhaustion of trying to make sure everyone's doing what I've been taught from, from earlier all my life, what everything is supposed to be and should be and need to be. It's so exhausting. That's what the 10 of swords is. Usually it's the person on the ground with all the swords stuck in their back, and they're not dead. They're like, I can't do it anymore. I can't try to make everyone else live up to what I think they're supposed to be and do everything I think I'm supposed to be. There's a lot, but all those are lies. That's what happens here with this transformation, is you realize that, that I don't need to do that anymore. I don't need to control everyone. I don't need to judge anyone. I don't need to judge myself. I get to release myself. And as we connect to the capital T truth of the higher realm, place of eternal love and unconditional love, we realize there's no right or wrong on from that realm. That's all human based, what we have going on here. All these rules, all these stories, all these emotions I'm supposed to feel, all the energy I'm supposed to put to something, all the actions I'm supposed to take. We're brainwashed and conditioned all our life with all these stories. And what we do is we don't we just look at the obstacles. We look at how can we release these lies, because it's like that person's supposed to do that. Who says? Well, all my upbringing told me that, right? And it's like, no, it's not true. It's the release of those things. And that's what happens here. So things can change here. Here's the world, which is letting go. Yeah, exactly, supernova. The little cutting away those strings. I'm like free. I'm no longer a puppet to everything that's going on in the outside world. The world is an ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. And it's so much about, cutting away all of these restrictions, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos. It's a cage that keeps us trapped. And when we realize all of this, then we find this freedom. And you have the six of water, the six of cups. So you do have this connection. You do have mutual love that comes in, but it's mutual because you're realizing what of your own self, the that the it's not the things that people are doing that are creating the anxiety and stuff within you. That's all happening in here. All our thoughts are happening in here. All our emotions are happening in here, not out here. People are oblivious, like, to what we're thinking and what's going on. And I said I used to be God's little sheriff, going around trying to make sure everyone was doing everything that they were supposed to do. Because by golly, if I had a big long list of rules that I had to obey, so was everyone else. And when I realized these were not from the Creator, these were from humanity out of fear and passed down from generation to generation. And they're not real. They're man-made. They're fear-based, not human, love-based and creator-based. I'm like, so I can just dump all these rules? And they're like, yeah, we're not worried about them. And I'm like, yay. And oh, and here's my badge. I don't need this badge anymore because I'm free and I set everyone else free. This is what brings in this flow of love with the six of cups between you and others too. So I like that for you, doing. Hopefully that makes sense and resonates for you. But I definitely see when you release all these, it's part of all that. It's impacting every area of your life, right? All the supposed tos are impacting your dream. All these supposed tos are impacting your relationships. All these supposed tos are impacting your finances. And when you release it all, wow, there's this big flood of love that comes into our life. So I love that for you. Freedom is on its way. All right. And that's what they have for you, doing. Thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right. Infinity is one. You are up next. Thank you for your donation. Excuse me. And giving that some love there. So, what does L think of you? Let's take a look here. Now, I always do a little disclaimer when we're asking about what other people think of us. This is based on how they're seeing us through their own lenses, right? Because we don't see the world as we are. We see the world. I'm sorry, we don't see the world as it is. We do see the world as we are because we're looking in these mirrors, right? So, as we're asking what L is thinking of you, just realize a lot of it is from their perception. They're seeing a lot of themselves in it too. So, this is what we're seeing here. All right. Well, I do like this here. Queen of Earth, Queen of Pentacles is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So nurturing. They see sensuality there. They also see you as someone who is aware of beliefs. You've done a lot of I don't want to say self help, but you have a lot of self awareness around what thoughts and beliefs and mindsets of your past have made you feel blinded and bound and restricted, and have held you back before. And so they see you as someone with a great amount of self-awareness and self-nurturing, and they like that too. And that nurturing flows out of you to other people because of this comfortability you have with yourself, and I like that. Yeah. And I also see here, the page of earth and the two of fire. Again, there's this, they see you as someone who knows that nothing, it's kind of like you have this nothing's impossible, um this kind of, maybe you have it on your refrigerator or something that says like, The only thing that can stop me from doing anything is me, and this is like that to a fire. Whatever I focus my energy on is what I draw to me. And so that's my power. And, new opportunities to come in my life and everything. I am able to do this. I am able to go these directions and do that. So I love this self-awareness, and they see you as like, wow, they kind of sees you got your poo poo caca together is how they perceive you. And even if you're like, well, no, they don't have any idea. But you're projecting it that way at least. And you, if you don't believe that about yourself, then you're just trying to be humble because that's true. And then as far as like movement towards you and how they feel about you, we do have the Nine of Cups, which is kind of like a dream come true type of energy. And the Chariot card is victory and movement here. So I do feel like they have this emotional interest here and they think you're kind of a rock star. The Chariot card, you know, is the power of choice card too. And I feel like, with all this stuff, I feel like they're taking time, to build up courage and to allow the emotion to come to the surface. Because I feel like they're maybe a little, you are not intimidating. They are a little intimidated. I feel like they're like, wow, you got your stuff together. I don't. What do I have to offer? It's almost like kind of, you know, thinking that's going on in their mind here. But are very attractive, and the Chariot card is Cancer sign energy, a lot of emotion, and that Nine of Cups. So I feel like it's bubbling to the surface, and I would be surprised um, if they don't. Very soon here. I don't feel like they can contain it. It's like trying to contain a volcano, or shaking up a big bottle of soda. Here it comes. you know, so just be ready. It's like I feel like they're trying so hard to hold back. It's suddenly they're just like, I love you. You're like, whoa, okay, okay, woo. But I feel like they've been holding it in and they've been wanting to express it. That when they do, it comes on kind of like a little tsunami, but you're like, okay, just know that it will level out and it's not going to be like, whoa, like it comes in there. So I like that for you too. Great to hear. All right, that's what they have for you. Infinity is one. So many blessings to you. Again, thank you for your donation. And then Anjali, hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. Let me give that some love here. Wow, just confirmed pregnancy. Woohoo! Congratulations. And you're wondering if your spirit baby to come, has any messages for you, or things you need to know to prepare for their arrival. All right. Let's take a look here. So happy for you. Congratulations. Let's see. What does the higher self of the baby have to say here for you? What messages do they have? All right. Let's take a look. And I want to pull here from the Sacred Forest Oracle, and it's because this card back here just reminded me of like is that Pegasus? It's like, is this like I want a nursery with unicorns and Pegasuses. I want it to be magical, you know, even, and this is from the deck here. Um, I love these fairy, and it's like even on the wall having like a trunk, you know um painted that has trees, and it's like, wow, they just love this fairy kind of energy coming in here. So let's see here. I'm going to grab here from the oracle real quick here. There it is. All right. You got refuge here, which is the Enchanted Fern Grotto. So I like that. Magic is afoot in the Enchanted Grotto. Long rays of light stream through the forest canopy above, An abundance of ferns fill the grotto with effervescent, verdant color, and a small waterfall tinkles like crystalline chimes. You know that you are safe here. Oh, I love that safety coming in. It says it's time to go within, seek and find your inner refuge. Take time for deliberation and reflection. It's in times of retreat, you can truly hear the voice of your soul. If you've been pushing hard or struggling to keep going, this is time to be still and nurture your inner world, your little inner world. Draw nourishment from the well springs within you. I like this. There's this energy of I feel safe with you and you can feel safe with me. It's like you are a source of unconditional love for me and I am a source of unconditional love for you. So see me as a refuge for you as I see you as a refuge for me. And it says, think carefully about decisions you make at this time, and if possible, put things off. Now is not a good time to make life changing choices. Instead, take time to create a foundation for the future. Retreat, reflect on your heart's true desires. Proceed with care and deliberation as you make plans. Listen to your inner guidance. So they're like, I'm going to be guiding you from my higher self as my little spirit being, well, their big spirit being in a little bitty body, but they're going to be guiding and communicating with you throughout this. Fern grottos have a feeling of peace as you enter, and many are known to be places where magic resides, perhaps the homes of fairies and elves. Allow the energy of this sacred space to fill you. Know that you can be yourself and truly relax. They chose you on purpose for a purpose. You don't have to try to be someone else that you're not. They want to make sure you know that they have chosen you because of who you are, not because of who you can try to be, but be you because that's what they wanted. That's why they chose you. And then the spirit of the enchanted fern grotto says, retreat and replenish your inner resources. Now is not a time to act, but to incubate. That's funny. Incubate your ideas for the future, but incubate me. Be still. The answers are within you. Magic is all around you. Wow. What a great energy there. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love this here. Um, first of all, Four of Earth, Four of Pentacles, which is home, which is safety. So here it is coming again through the cards. Sun, which is abundance, brilliance, inner child with Leo energy coming in here as well. So I love that coming in here. I like this Elder of Earth, the King of Pentacles. Again, with the Sun is about abundance. So not fearing, just trusting that everything is going to come out so beautifully. Because the Four of Air is the Four of Swords, peace of mind. And so it's like, have peace of mind. Everything is going to come out fine. Everything is going to be beautiful. And the Knight of Air, seeking higher communication, seeking higher, like it's a quest for seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things from the higher perspective. I feel like during this pregnancy, you're going to really connect a lot with the spirit world and have a lot of ahas about life. And I feel like it's this joint venture between both you and this baby soul that's within you is definitely um, a part of that, and that you're going to have wonderful dreams and a lot of ahas, a lot of things just dropping into your brain that comes from them too. So I love this for you. So that's what's coming in, and I love those messages. So many blessings and congratulations once again. I appreciate your donation. All right, Supernova. Thank you for your additional donation. And this is your last question. I never believe you. That's okay. It's okay. I'm almost running out of time anyway. But you can come to the praying mantis session, or, of course, like we said about the emails. And you want to know, what do your spirit guides want you to know about your life in 2024? Will it be the same? I don't need cards to tell you that. They're like, heck no. 2024 is a year of, oh my gosh, just life is happening for you. 2024, a year of for you. So you definitely have this. Things are gonna be changing, and yeah, okay, yeah. There is stability, so I like that. They're saying here you've got the four of air and the four of wands, the four of fire. So there is mental stability, and energetic stability coming in. Joy, happiness, celebration, gatherings too. So I like that. So they wanted to start off just no, and there's stability, but there's change too, because you have the change of emotion. The five of water, this is like, I think like the five of water is like your signature card, right? It's all about transforming emotion and the choice between the two emotions and the journey of transformation of emotion. So I feel like that things are unfolding here because you go from the five of water to the six of water, which is also this emotional stability on either side, and the elder of earth, which is a great amount of reward and abundance coming in. So this feeling of wholeness in the outside world. But the six of water also stands out as next year is when you do meet this individual that you have a strong connection with, that has past life energy with it, right? Where there is this, you know, you're gonna meet them and you're gonna be like, where do I know you from? And then they're gonna think the same thing, but you guys don't know each other in this lifetime. It's these past lifetime connections. And it does have to do, because your life is all about music. It is about musical connections from your past. And it's in this musical society, this musical community that you venture out into in 2024, that you meet. And I feel like it's more than one individual. It's not like um like doesn't have to be romantic. It's just like you just feel this bond with these individuals, this trust with each other because of the past too. So yeah, yeah, 2023 was definitely about learning and growing. And I feel like 2024 is about movement and applying what you've learned and stepping out and expanding what you've learned. So I like it. Yeah, definitely an exciting year. So stability and things, but some exciting changes too. And I like that. Here we go. All right. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. I know. Wow. All right. And then AF Gemini, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love. And you want to know the reading with, okay, so W, D, and U. And when will things work out? All right, let's take a look here. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. Cards are flying out everywhere here. All right. What's the overall energy underneath? Okay. Let's see what we've got going on here. What's all this other stuff? All right. Okay. Wow, well, the overall energy underneath, we've got this 3 of cups. And the 3 of cups is kind of like this third, not necessarily a third party type of situation, but it definitely is this energy of um emotions need to not be split and not need to be kind of scattered. And I feel like there's this coming together of and decisions to be made emotionally, if that makes sense. Because we've got the page of earth, which is, new opportunities, higher opportunities that are coming forward. So there is this opportunity for growth here, for harvest, for the alteration of like worth also transforming, and seeing each of you seeing worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, right? But there is this opportunity there, like there is possibilities, and things unfolding here, but I feel like there's like this speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down kind of energy, like forward, backward is how it feels. Because we've got the elder of fire here. Yeah. The elder of fire here, we've got that, um, is the king of wands, which is a lot of blah 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 in the ear about supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's, and everybody has these opinions of what things are supposed to be, have to be, different things like that. And but it is about, all right, at some point we're like, all right, enough, everyone, thank you for all the information and opinion and advice. Thank you. Clear the throne room. I'm the one in charge of my empire. I'm making decisions. I'm putting form around it, taking action on it, and taking steps, right? So we have that, this new beginning, this fire that at some point decisions have to be made, and telling everyone else, mind your own business. And that's when things speed up. When that decision is made, the Eight of Wands is a lot of energy, a lot of speed, a lot of stuff that comes in. And then these cards were like this. It's like King of Earth, King of Pentacles, slowest moving knight out of them all. That goes. It's like It's like something jumps in front and goes way blah 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 blah. The mind, the Two of Swords, the decision making to be made comes in and kind of slows things down momentarily, right? But that's when this Two of Air comes in, which is close your mind and open your heart. Close your eyes and open your heart, because it's getting out of the mind and back into the heart, which again, is all about this, you know, all this opinion, these things. It's like the mind's like, well, wait. you know, I know we're gonna leap and go do all this stuff, but wait. And so it's like there's this lunge forward and then this like pause. But then I like that the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Fire kicks in here, which is then movement forward. Movement forward that comes in here. Let's see here. So you're saying here you really like WD, started seeing each other, personal stresses with his work and family got in the way. Yeah, gave him space since he said he needs to get his stuff together. Yeah, that makes sense with all this. Definitely need to get super, you know, away from all this opinion and all this. Yeah, once he has this breakthrough and yeah, he makes these decisions. Yeah. And that's when you guys reconnect, because the Eight of Fire, the Eight of Wands is also about messages and can be about communication in a way too. But I feel like there's like this, all right, let's go. And like, oh, wait. And you're like, what? And they're like, okay, now I'm ready. It's like, okay. Um, you know, I just feel like they've got to get this stuff together, and I mean the energy doesn't feel like that far off. Um, I feel like they need to get through December. I kind of feel like January, um, in a way, January into February, because the Ten of Wands, this energy on the bottom of the deck is about they're exhausted from trying to invest energy in too many places, and there's this like renewal. The Ten of Wands goes to the Ace of Wands, which is like, you know, like this. They're at the point of like, I can't do this anymore. Okay, let me just gut it out to the end of the year, and new year, new decisions, a new transformation of things here. So I feel like January is when the reconnection comes in here with all this energy. So based on current energy today, future stuff always kind of changes up here. And let's take a look here at the divine directions here. 'Cause I feel like they had a message here. Yeah. So they're telling you here, got abundance, which says on the bottom here, great news is heading your way. Abundance is coming to you in many forms. So that is, it's coming to you soon, for sure there. Their current feelings today for you. I'll pull a quick card here for that. I like this. They've got this. So I can do this. So you got the Three of Wands, which is a change of direction, but I feel it's a positive one because they're letting go here. The Nine of Swords is a lot of nightmare, insomnia, a lot of fears that they've had, in their life going on. And the Five of Water is letting go of these emotions. So, the perception and how they saw you before, because we don't see the world as it is. We see the world through these filters, right? Through our own experiences. And when you've got these experiences, it taints our view of people, right? And what's really going on in the world. So I felt very positive with this Three of Wands because it's like they're dropping that, they're dropping these things. And it's like, wow, they're like clearing their eyes and going, wow, I can see you even more clearly than I did before. And, so there's this positive energy here. Yeah. And especially with them being more balanced here with the Two of Pentacles, they see you as this queen of air, Um, she, is a master of she's like part master of communication, but she also it's the balancing of the heart and the mind. And that makes sense. I'm like, duh, because this is balanced energy with the Two of Earth. So you're this balanced individual between heart and mind. You're able to communicate, you're able to express your emotion, but you're not like this way, way, way emotional, over emotional person who just flies off the handle, but you're also not this overly logical, non feeling person. You're this wonderful balance between the two. And so they see you that way, the queen bee, right? That's what she looks like. You're the queen bee, but I like that balanced, and they like that. They've had such an imbalanced life, right? That it's like um, they see you as someone who is good, so good for their life, and and I like that for you. They see you as the queen, so I like that too. Oh, thank you so much for your additional donation there, AF Gemini. I appreciate that. For digging, for being nosy. I know, you know me, dig, dig, dig. So I love that. I love that energy there for you. Yeah. And again, Night of Fire, it's going to, feel like it's going to be happening here soon. And I know that like January is only a couple weeks away, but I feel like there's some stuff with family they just need to get through the holidays with, and then they're like, "Happy New Year! All right, New Year, new resolutions, new intentions coming through with that." So I like it. You are very welcome, AF Gemini. So hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. All right, everybody. I need to head off here in a couple moments to my praying mantis session. And then I'm going to eat, and then I'll be back later to finish out the free readings here. Harjot, you can definitely thank you for being a new subscriber. You can post your question down below, and I will. Like I said, I'll be back on in a couple of hours for like a makeup session. I kind of call it. It's a special session where when I have a lot of donations in the early mornings, which I tend to do, which keeps me alive and keeps me being able to do things for free. I come back because I like giving back to my community here. So yeah, for sure. And anyone else, pop your questions in here. I'm going to throw some things out here for everyone before you take off, just to make sure you know. I do also I had recently put out a free pick a card, which is about the winter summer solstice that's coming up next week. Yep, this coming week. And it gives you like a pick a card, a choice of three, or how many of you want to choose from those. Plus, it gives an extension of for each individual zodiac sign a theme around that zodiac sign energy for the 3 months. There's a little chart, and I even mentioned it in the description box of the video, the planets and what areas of the life they rule over. So if you know your birth chart, you can look up like, well, what about love? Well, Venus, what's my Venus sign? Oh, it's Pisces. So what's Pisces energy for those 3 months? So it's really cool that they did that this time. So be sure to check that out. That's all free. And then also, of course, the solstice in December represents the change to Capricorn season too. So this video that we put out has a pick a card again for everyone, but for all you Capricorn sun babies, happy birthday to you. There's a bonus reading that gives you a 3-month forecast in there too. So be sure to check that out. And if you haven't checked out my monthly drawing video, it does mention the November winners, plus the changes I'm making in monthly giveaways. And there's an opportunity to get into a drawing to win a 30-minute past life reading. Yes, I do offer past life readings now. Here is the announcement that I made about past life readings, what's included in them, and the introductory offer for the first 30 days, which is till the end of this year. They're half off. So if you're interested, you can get a 30-minute past life reading for $10 or an hour for 25, and it can be about your past lives, what's coming into this lifetime between you and a specific person, what lifetimes you've had together, whatever you'd like. So be sure to check that out if that interests you. And thank you guys again for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. I do definitely appreciate all the love and support. And let's see here. I think I left off with Anjushri. My little marker went away, but I think I left off with Anjushri. And so when I come back later this afternoon, I will go in order of the chat, which I'm taking screenshots of right now so that I don't miss out on any. And after I finish the reading, I will post a comment and pin it both in this video and then also in the video itself. In this one, I'll have a link to the new video, and then also in the new video that I have, I'll put the order in which I completed the reading, so you can find your reading much more easier that way. All right, so let me grab here. I think this is the last screenshot. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once. You know how it is. Hey, Needy. Hello, hello, hello. You're so funny. All right. And I think that is everyone. So, Harjot, if you're still here, I don't see that you post. Oh, yeah, I don't see you posted a question yet. So be sure to do so here. I'm about to head out. And if you don't, if you're not able to put it here, I'll pull a general reading for you anyway. If I don't get a question in here, but if not, you can also ask your question in the comments of the video because I'm about to head out right now. All right, everybody, big hugs and love to you all. And please remember as you're going throughout your every moment that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. You enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world, and we'll see you soon. Until then, much love. Hang in there. You guys take care.